Hello everyone, this next game I'm about to show you was played in the Interzonal tournament in Sousse, Tunisia in 1967. It was played between Robert Fischer and Lhamsuren Myagmarsuren, a strong Mongolian chess master. And although Fischer had a great tournament, he started with 7 wins and 3 draws, he was kicked out of the tournament as he fought the organizers for the entire tournament. And well, he didn't like the playing schedule, so he asked them to reorganize it, and after Fischer failed to show up for 3 games, they decided to eliminate him from the tournament. But those games he did play were one of the greatest, and especially his game against Leonid Stein, which I will show in another video. But like I said, this is the game between the Mongolian chess master Lhamsuren Myagmarsuren, and well, a lot of you probably don't know who he is. During his chess career, he defeated some strong players like Bizgair, Ivkov, and even Rashid Nejmeddinov. But let's see this game played between Bobby and him. So Bobby Fischer is white and Lhamsuren is black. So Bobby plays e4, e6, Bobby plays d3, d5, knight to d2, knight to f6, g3, c5, also a variation of the French, bishop to g2, knight to c6, knight to f3, bishop to e7, Bobby castles, black castles, and now Bobby plays e5. Knight to d7, rook to e1, b5, a nice queenside expansion, knight to f1, and now b4. And Bobby plays h4. And if you look at this position, black is actually better here. Bobby is kind of pushing it with this h4 move. And, well, let's just see how the game continues. Lhamsuren plays a5, bishop to f4, he plays a4, a3, b captures a3, b captures a3, and now knight to a5. So Bobby plays knight to e3, bishop to a6, bishop to h3, and now d4. Knight back to f1, knight plays to b6, Bobby plays knight to g5, and in this position, well, it's kind of a critical position in the game. Lhamsuren played knight to d5, but what he should have played was something like bishop to b7. And after Bobby's idea of playing queen to h5, play bishop captures on g5, and after bishop captures on g5, queen to d5. And with this strong threat of the queen and the bishop on this diagonal, well, this would kind of numb Fischer's attack. But after Bobby's knight to g5, Lhamsuren played knight to d5, attacking the bishop on f4. So Bobby played bishop to d2. Now he captured the bishop on g5, so bishop captures on g5. Bobby captures with the bishop on g5, attacking the queen. Queen to d7, and now Bobby plays queen to h5. And if you look at this position, it seems a lot better for white than the one I just showed you previously. So Lhamsuren goes rook f to c8, knight to d2, knight to c3, and now Bobby plays bishop to f6. Now this is a very interesting position. Can the bishop be captured? Well, let's see what happens if the bishop is captured. If g captures on f6, then e captures on f6. King to h8, because if the queen goes to h8, it's all over, so king to h8. Knight to f3 would be played. Now Bobby would be threatening knight to g5 with the threat of checkmate on h7. So knight to d5 has to be played, because now if knight to g5, the knight will capture on f6 and protect the h7 pawn. So we have knight to e5 attacking the queen, a knight captures on f6 attacking white's queen, queen to h6, knight to g8 attacking the queen. So queen to f4, now the black queen is still attacked, and after queen to e7, knight captures on f7 with check, king to g7, bishop captures on e6, and after queen to f6, queen to g4. And this position is well, better for white, but it's not yet over. But Lhamsuren decided not to capture the bishop and played queen to e8. So Bobby continued knight to e4, now g6 attacking the queen, and there's no real threat of playing queen to h6 to threaten checkmate on g7, because well, queen to f8 simply defends it all. So Bobby plays queen to g5, we have knight captures on e4, rook captures on e4, and now c4. Bobby plays h5, Lhamsuren goes c captures Nd3, and now Bobby plays rook to h4. And Lhamsuren plays rook to a7 to protect that 7th rank. Bobby plays bishop to g2, we have d captures on c2, and now Bobby plays queen to h6. And this is something Lhamsuren completely missed. He thought that the queen h6 move was impossible because of queen to f8. So that's exactly what he plays. He plays queen to f8, but here Bobby plays queen captures on h7 with check. And in this position Lhamsuren resigned. So let's see what happens if the queen is captured. If the queen is captured, then simply h captures on b6 with check, king to g8, and rook to h8 checkmate. But if the king doesn't go back to g8, if the king captures the pawn here on g6, then this is the move that Lhamsuren missed. That's the reason why Fischer played bishop to g2, because now bishop to e4 is checkmate. So a very nice checkmate by the two bishops and the rook. So yeah, this is a very nice game. Like I said, Bobby had a great tournament. He started with 7 wins and 3 draws, and I will show you in another video his game against Leonid Stein, which is a completely brutal game. And I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. And for those of you who attended my chess quiz yesterday, thank you all for being a part of it, and maybe next time some of you can be the winner, but this time Tom won it with well, his great knowledge and his great internet connection. So that's all for now, and see you soon.